Okay, good day to all of you. We are now going to discuss all about the end behaviors of polynomials. Pero bago po natin ito mapag-aralan, kindly check on my previous video which is the zeros of polynomial. Kasi kung hindi nyo po yun na panood, mahihirapan po kayo para intindihin po yung end behavior of polynomials. Ang ibig sabihin po ng end behavior is that we are going to see kung saan papunta yung ating graph. Okay? Yan. Sa isang graph na yan, ito yung kanyang unang end behavior, ito rin po yung kanyang pangalawang end behavior or vice versa. It's either kung alin dyan ang gagamitin mo. But I'd rather say po na unahin po natin parati itong nasa left-hand side po natin. Papunta po doon sa right-hand side. Okay? Ito po ay isang example na ang kanyang end behavior is, sa una muna dito, okay? Sa part na ito munang unahin natin, okay? X approaches negative infinity, and then y approaches negative infinity. Meaning to say, ito po ay pababa. Negative yung x, negative din po yung y. Samantalang yung pangalawa naman po niya is x approaches positive infinity. Okay, this is infinity, sorry. And then y approaches positive infinity. Yan po yung kanyang end behavior. Okay, yan po yung kanyang end behavior. Meron po tayo ditong 4 na instances kung papaano natin makukuha yung mga end behavior na tinatawag natin. Okay, the first one is the what we call as the positive add. Ano ba ang ibig sabihin ng positive add na yan? Pangalawa naman po is the negative add. Okay, we have the negative add. Next is the positive even. And then the last one is the negative even. Papaano natin malalaman kung alin dyan sa 4 na yan yung tinutukoy natin sa ating polynomial? Okay? Say for example, this is a given function of x is equals to negative 6x to the 4th plus blah 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 plus 7. Okay, ganyan kunwari kahaba yung ating function of x. Yung previous video ko po, kailangan yung hanapin muna yung kanyang degree of polynomial. Sa degree of polynomial na yan, makikita po natin. Ito po yung tinatawag nating positive add, positive even, or negative add, positive even, and negative even. Paano natin ito ika-classify? Okay, yung leading coefficient natin is negative 6. So meaning to say, this is negative. And what is the exponent? 4. Ano ba yung 4? That is even. Okay? Even. So meaning to say, this polynomial function is negative, ang leading coefficient, at even ang kanyang exponent. So therefore, makaklassify natin yan as negative even. Dito po yun magpo-fall later on. Sasabihin natin. Okay. Tulad nung sinabi ko po nung nakaraan, ang pinakakailangan nating hanapin lang muna is say for example, yung pinaka-minimum value. Okay? Kasi doon po sa zeros of polynomial, balikan nyo po yun. Na-discuss ko po yun. Okay, unahin muna natin ang positive add. Say for example, dito. Function of x is equals to the x cube. Positive ang kanyang leading coefficient at add ang kanyang exponent. So meaning to say this is positive add. Again, positive add. Ano ang itsura niyan? This may be the possible graph. Okay? Ganito po ang itsura niya. Okay? So, 3 beses siyang dumaan along our x-axis. Okay. On this side, okay, x approaches negative infinity and y approaches negative infinity. Samantalang dito naman, x approaches positive infinity and y approaches positive infinity. Did you get? Ang positive odd, negative negative, positive positive. Ang x and y. Okay, again, I repeat. X approaches negative infinity, y approaches negative infinity sa side na ito. Samantalang dito naman, x approaches positive infinity and y approaches negative infinity. Ngayon, dito naman, negative odd. Magbigay tayo ng example. Function of x is equal to negative 2x to the fifth. Again, function of x is equal to negative 2x to the fifth. Negative ang ating leading coefficient at 5 ang ating degree of polynomial. So meaning to say, this is negative odd. Ilagay natin kung anong itsura ng kanyang graph. Okay? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This may be the possible. Okay? Ganyan po ang possible. Hindi ko sinasabing yan po ang kanyang pinaka-eksaktong graph. But rather, that may be the possible graph. Okay? Clarification lang po Hindi ko sinasabing yan talaga ang kanyang graph. Ang sinasabi ko, yan po ang maybe possible na kanyang graph. The end behavior. We talk about the end behavior. Ditong side na ito, x approaches negative infinity while y approaches positive infinity. Kasi nandito po tayo sa second quadrant. Okay? Dito naman, nasa fourth quadrant tayo. So meaning to say, x approaches positive infinity. Infinity to y approaches negative infinity. Kasi pababa siya. Okay, I repeat. Negative odd. X approaches negative infinity, y approaches positive infinity. Samantalang dito sa baba, x approaches positive infinity while y approaches negative infinity. Punta naman po tayo dito sa positive even. Give an example, function of x is equals to the x squared. Okay? Ano ang itsura niyan? This may be the possible, again, the possible graph. Hindi ko sinasabi ulit na ito ang kanyang graph, pero ito po ang posibleng maging graph niya. Positive even, positive yung ating leading coefficient, 2 is even. Positive yung ating leading coefficient, 2 is even. Ngayon, balikan ko lang po dito sandali. Bakit natin nasabi dito kanina na negative odd ito? Ito ay even. Hindi po natin or tinitake consider kung positive or negative yung ating leading coefficient. Ang tinutukoy lang po natin if is it positive or negative. Kaya ito po ay negative odd. Okay, dito naman, positive even. Ang pinaka-itsura po ng kanyang graph is ito. This may be the possible. Ang kanyang end behavior, maisusulat po natin ang kanyang end behavior as x approaches negative infinity, kasi nandito siya sa second quadrant, while y approaches positive infinity. Sa kabilang side naman natin, right hand side po natin, x approaches positive infinity, while y approaches positive infinity. Again, I repeat, positive even, x approaches negative infinity, y approaches positive infinity, left hand side. Right hand side natin, x approaches positive infinity and y approaches positive infinity. Next, negative even. Function of x is equals to negative 3x squared. Again, I repeat, negative 3x squared. Negative ang ating leading coefficient, even ang kanyang exponent. So therefore, this is negative even. The possible graph for this is ito po. Okay? Ganyan ang itsura niyan. Okay. Ngayon, isulat naman natin ang kanyang end behavior. X approaches negative infinity, while y approaches negative infinity. Dito naman, sa right-hand side natin, x approaches positive infinity, kasi nasa fourth quadrant, and y approaches negative infinity. Okay? Kung hindi nyo masyadong naintindihan, pwede nyo pong ulit-uliting panoorin yung video na ito hanggang sa maintindihan nyo po. For more questions, pwede po kayong mag-send sa akin ng message or comment down your things in minds. Okay? Next, kindly answer this in the comment box. Pwede nyo pong picturean yung inyong answers. Okay. Identify the end behavior of the following. Draw their possible graph. Again, their possible graph. At isulat din po ang kanyang end behavior. Okay, number 1, function of x is equal to 5 minus x to the 4th. Number 2, function of x is equal to 7x raised to 7 minus 8x raised to 7. And number 3, function of x is equal to the 3x squared plus 7 plus 5x squared. Again, comment down po ang inyong mga answers. Thank you and God bless. Ingat-ingat po.